Our comprehensive plan is called Envision Lancaster County, and it's really a comprehensive plan. It is made up of several elements. The primary elements of our plan are the policy plan, called revisions, which really sets out the vision or the aspirations that this community has for the future. The main component of our plan is called balance. That's our growth management plan, and that's where we lay out the future land use for Lancaster County. And a big part of this plan is to form partnerships with the rest of the community from the county level.
We've been working with the county for 40 years. Our organization alone owns and manages 27 nature preserves. All the lands that we protect are open for the public use. That's different than what goes on with farmland preservation, which is basically, removing development rights from the land so that the farmers and owners can continue to farm.
The Lancaster County Commissioners have been very instrumental over the past years of being very supportive of a county and state preservation program to preserve the land. The county is doing a great job now of holding the line with their growth management in keeping development where it should be. And that's making our county what it is today.
When we look especially at Lancaster County, we know how important the rural areas are, and especially the farmlands. If you interview our visitors, you interview our residents, everybody says the same things. Those pristine farmlands are such an important part of who we are, our history, why people come to see us, and also the economic impact of agricultural overall is so important, and certainly supportive of the lifestyle of the Mennonite and Amish communities, which are so much a part of Lancaster County. The demographics are changing, and we're seeing new people and new people groups coming in and new waves of immigration, but we're still seeing opportunities to connect and get to know each other, and that's incredibly important.
With this concept of smart growth, it preserves prime farmland, and it preserves a quality of life that's been great. Our location is such. People from New York and New Jersey and DC, they come and visit here and think, wow, what a great place, I'm going to retire here. Well, that's all right, but just stay in the urban growth areas. And we have a pretty good balance now of making that work.
Unfortunately, people assume that density simply means, I guess, sort of piling people in one place. And really what we're talking about is quality designed new communities or retrofitting our existing communities so that we're not putting pressure to expand the growth areas into the agricultural areas.
This project here at Newport Square is a great example. It was zoned for high density, and it would have been a tremendous impact on the school district. We met with the developer, we met with the school district and said, you know what if we did part of this as a apartment complex, and we give the developer credit for creating as many 1- and 2-bedroom apartments as possible. This particular developer created a large amount of riparian buffers, donated over 15 acres of wetlands for preservation by the township, created over 12 acres of recreational land. They're making necessary street connections. They thought about the impact of the school district, that they mitigated some of that. Look at all the environmental improvements they're going to make out of this project. At the end of this project, we had no negative comments. People sort of said, the benefits outweigh the negatives. It was an area that was destined for growth. So in essence, it's going to be a good balanced approach, and it's going to provide improvements to the community.
The whole idea of smart growth development of communities, we get back to the idea of walkability and the integration of mixed use so that we're reducing the need for automobile trips. We're encouraging as much as possible the integration of communities along existing transit routes, and just making sure that we're coordinating land use with the existing system and the future transportation system.
There is a history in Lancaster County of people caring about the land and the landscape. And so people pick up on this stuff, on information about development or information on land protection or good successes in planning and that sort of thing. They pick up on it and they get it. And that's one of the reasons that I came here, because I had a sense that that was the case, and it is.